Hello friends, welcome to Devrat Knowledge Villa. You are watching our English video series of operating system and learning basics of OS. Today we will discuss kernel before starting the architecture of operating system. So let's start with the first we will discuss what is kernel and how kernel is working in operating system. So let's see if we will look about the kernel. So kernel is located in between application software and system hardware. So whenever application softwares are in execution, so application software requires the different types of hardwares like central processing unit, input output devices, memories and so on. So whenever user is executing any task or operation from the application software and in between application software requires any type of hardware. So application softwares are not directly communicating with the hardware, but application softwares are accessing this hardware by the kernel. So we can say that kernel is an intermediary between application software and computer hardware. As per like in earlier session we have discussed abstract view of operating system. So guys, if you are still remain to watch that video of abstract view of operating system, so you can click on I button and you can watch that video and come back here to better understand the kernel. So as per we have defined operating system is an interface between user and computer hardware. Same thing, kernel is an interface between hardware and application softwares. In another word, people are saying that kernel is a core or heart of operating system. So let me discuss why people saying this type of sentence. Because currently most of the students are thinking like that I want to become a application developer, I want to become web developer, I want to become software developer, but only few people are thinking like that I want to become operating system developer. Whenever anyone is building a new operating system, so that person's main focus is in kernel of that operating system, because kernel is a powerful part of operating system. Operating system will survive into the market or not, that is decided by the capacity of that operating system's kernel. Because in short, if kernel is a powerful, then operating system will definitely a powerful OS. So let's see with the uh, few example of various operating system, like we are starting with the Windows. So Windows is generally using NT kernel, but before the series of 98, Windows was using the simple structure of operating system. But after the series of 98, Windows moved to the microkernel architecture as per people saying. But according to my view, it is not a totally microkernel architecture. If we will look about the NT kernel of Windows, so it is look like a combination, or we can say that a hybrid of microkernel and monolithic kernel architecture. So we can't say it is only microkernel architecture. Another thing, that is Linux type of operating system. So Linux is basically using a monolithic kernel architecture. Here there is a kernel map, and same thing, Android is also following the architecture of Linux. So Android is also following the monolithic architecture. Then after, if we will think about the Mac OS, so Mac is using the Darwin technology into their kernel. So we can say that different operating systems are mainly focusing on their kernel. So why operating system is focusing on the kernel? Because kernel is responsible to execute the various application softwares, and kernel is responsible to provide different hardwares which is available into the system. In next thing, we will understand user space and kernel space. Mainly it is known as a user mode and kernel mode. In some of the cases, you will listen the word dual mode operating system. So basically operating system is working on either user mode or kernel mode. So first, I want to explain what is user mode or user space. So whenever user is executing any program or any process or any simple task or any application, so everything is going to be executed inside the user space. Another thing, if we will think about the operating system, so mainly most of the part of operating system is remain into the kernel mode or a kernel space. So it is right now you are looking the same space division. It means size of both the space are same, user space and kernel space. But if you will think about the different architecture, so whenever you will look the monolithic type of architecture, so at the time kernel space is wide. And whenever you will look the microkernel architecture, so kernel space is narrow or less as compared to monolithic. So that is the variation. But right now for the better understanding, we are dividing both the space with the equal division. Let's see how this thing is working. So first, user process executing inside the user space. So whenever user put a request for any process or any task, so everything is going to be executed inside the user space. But during the execution of user request, like user is accessing any type of application software, like you are accessing the PowerPoint slides, it is an application of MS Office. So MS Office is in execution, and in between, after completion of presentation, suppose you require to print the your presentation. So at that time, MS Office require the use of printer. So printer is accessible by the kernel because printer is a one type of output device and printer is a one hardware. So whenever any application software want to access any hardware, so at that time it will put a request to the kernel for accessing hardware. So by putting this request, there is need to generate a system call. System call will generate on every type of request. Like suppose if you have any doubt in your mind, so you will ask to your teacher or professor or your friend in terms of your regular classes during the lecture. If you have any doubts, so you are raising your hand and asking to your professor or please sir or madam, I have this doubt in this content. So there is need to generate a system call for every request inside the operating system. Each and every task is carried out by the different system calls. So we will understand the entire system call concept in our next session, as well as we will discuss the various types of architecture of operating system also. But here we are discussing the background procedure before the architecture of operating system. So whenever system call is generated, so system call will go inside the kernel space. Here you are looking the digit 1 and 0. So these are the mode bit. We are indicating user space with the mode bit 1 and kernel space with the mode bit 0. Why? Because computer is always understanding in binary format, like in terms of ones and 0. Computer is not able to understand what is user and what is kernel. So that's why we are indicating in ones and zeros. So whenever there is a mode bit is 1, so it means computer will think that is execution is in user space. Whenever mode bit will change to 0, so computer will understand right now execution is going inside the kernel space. So whenever system call will request any hardware from the kernel space, so it will indicate mode bit 1 to 0. So right now execution is started inside the kernel space. So whenever kernel will make a permission to access any type of hardware, and it will be accessible inside the user space. So again command goes to user space, and again execution start in user side. So again mode bit will change from 0 to 1, and right now execution is going on inside the user space. So whenever any execution is in user space, so at that time mode bit is 1 inside the system, and whenever execution is in kernel space, so at that time mode bit is 0. Hope you are understanding the user space and kernel space. We will discuss same thing in detail during the various type of different architecture of operating system. Till this moment, if you have any query in your mind, so you can comment your question me into the comment box. I will try my best to answer your queries. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching Devrat Knowledge Villa.